What's up, team? Today, I want to show you how to run an incredible OKR workshop, either remote or in person. Now, what really counts is how the team executes on their goals and are successful. So we're going to talk about that at the end of the video. What are the next steps you need to take to make sure it happens? Now, strap on your boots because we're going to cover everything you need to know step by step from start to finish. And we're going to do all that in 8 minutes. Let's get down some of the key basics around our OKR workshop. What are objectives and key results? The really short version is objectives and key results is a team goal setting framework where we get crystal clear on what's most important right now and we set very clear measures for what we're trying to achieve. We get together as a team and we track our progress on that goal through the quarter, and we also track our confidence. So we know nice and early, do we think we're actually going to achieve this goal? By doing that, we're focusing all of our efforts on one main priority. Why have an OKR workshop at all? What it's all about is getting the team excited and engaged on the goals. And what I often see is people go away and they set their goals and bring it to the team and say, hey team, what do you think? Ultimately, the team's not going to be bought in. They're going to have a lot of critiques because they're not part of it. They're not going to fully understand it. So we've got to bring them in on the journey. How long should you allow to set your OKRs? I would say at a minimum, it's 2 hours. Ideally, we'd have about 3 hours to have some good discussion. How many OKRs should I set? Don't set 3, don't set 4, set 1. It is very hard to make an impact. So we want to make sure that we're crystal clear and focused with only one objective. So who do we include? It should be the team you're working with. This might be a product team if you work in the software space. So you're going to have your product manager, your engineers and your designers all together setting the OKRs. If you're an operational team, you're going to have whoever is part of your team. When should I be doing my OKR setting? Here's my tip for you. We want to start getting organized about halfway through the quarter before. So we should be talking to other teams, our team, our customers, doing research, understanding what is the biggest problem we need to solve right now. Before I get into how to run an OKR workshop, I'd love it if you add any questions you've got in the comments. I'll come back and answer those as they pop up. And certainly if you find this video useful, help others find it by liking it and subscribing to the channel. It's going to help spread the word and get people across it. So first, let's start with what do we need to do before the session? There's preparation and getting ready. Now, as the facilitator, you're going to want to make sure you're organized personally to run the workshop. If you're doing it digitally, you want to use something like Miro. We've got a template in the description below. Or have a room booked and have all the materials you need, post-it notes, Sharpies, all that sort of stuff set to go. In terms of getting the team ready, there's a few things we're going to want to think about. First, we're going to ask them to prepare 3 topics. We're going to have them think about what is the most important priority right now for us to focus this quarter. And that particularly means what problems do we want to solve? If we can think in terms of solving a problem, it makes OKR setting so much easier. We're also going to get them to review any data they have or customer journey information they might have, particularly if you're a product team. That's really important. Now, when we actually get to the workshop, first, we're going to have a strategic discussion. This is something that everyone misses. We need to be clear on what is the strategy and what is the biggest problem to solve right now. If you're using Miro, you can use the template that's on screen now. Or if you're like me and like to do things together in person, we've got this template. This template you can download from our facilitation kit. It is also in the description below. So we asked the team, what do they think is the most important strategic problem to focus on this quarter? We get them to write it down on post-it notes and we pop them onto this board. Once we've got them on the chart, they're probably going to put them under OKR and right now as being most important. We're going to have a bit of a discussion around what are all these things and why are they important? If there's something that's strategically important, but maybe they're for a future quarter, you can start to push them across the chart there, either in the next quarter or the quarter that's 6 months out. When we're talking about now, that is the quarter that we're planning for. What's the quarter we need to be solving for? Once we've got a clear discussion and we've talked about what is most important this quarter, we can actually vote. I'd suggest you only give everyone 3 votes each. We then take forward whatever had the highest vote. You're ready to write some objectives. So how do we do that? The simplest way is everyone writes down a single objective idea. If we are to solve that problem this quarter, what does that look like? Or if we were to be successful this quarter, what would that be? We often write it like a newspaper headline. What that means is it's super short, super snappy. Writing down these objectives should take you about 10 minutes. We then vote on which one of these we think is most impactful. Same as before, limit to about 3 votes each so you can get really crystal clear on which one is the better one, which one do we like the most. And the questions I'm asking here, which ones do you find most meaningful, most inspiring, something that gets you excited, but also most clear on the outcome. From there, we're going to be getting into our key results. We're going to follow the exact same process. Before we write the key results, I like to run the team through what a quality key result looks like, such as having a baseline with bold targets, being outcome focused, leading indicators so that we know we're making progress through the quarter, and trackable. Can we actually see how we're going? Now that the team knows what a good key result looks like, it's time for them to start writing down their key result ideas. We want to capture what do the key results look like and have really clear statements of the measures. What metric do we have? And how are we going from the current state to the target state? Once you've chosen your key results, try and limit it from 3 to 5. You don't want to have too many. You want to have focus around what you're doing, but having a really clear view of what's most important and which one of these are really key. So all in all, on your key results, you're going to take about 40 minutes or thereabout. 10 minutes for coming up with your key result ideas, 5 to 10 to vote, because you're going to have a lot more of them, and maybe another 20 to 30 minutes to actually go through and discuss the key results. The next most important part that everyone forgets, have champions for your key results. You're probably not going to have finalized key results. Your key result champions are going to be people who really focus on finalizing those key results. You can use the Miro template that we're showing you, or here is a downloadable template that has everything that you need. It's got your objective, why this matters. It's got your key results. In there, it's got the initiatives and activities. It also gives you a bit of a prompt around what a good quality OKR is. So you've got all that information at your fingertips. That's all in the facilitation kit that you can download below. So you've got your OKR in the workshop and everyone's just busting now to go and make it happen, but we don't just wander out. What we've got to do is we close and next steps. What we're going to do is work out who is owning what, who's going to finalize the OKR, or specifically the objective and the key results. Once the quarter starts, you need to track your OKR weekly, and that is where the rubber hits the road. And that's the subject in this video over here. I know that feels like a lot, but if this is your most important thing and the number one thing you're working on, weekly is going to feel barely enough. I can promise you that. So there you have it, team. That's how you have a great OKR workshop, get the team excited and pumped to actually achieve it and be crystal clear on the next steps. If you did find this video useful, drop a like and subscribe. You really help with the YouTube algorithm. Or if you feel like OKRs is harder than it should be for you, then let's grab a time. You can use this QR code here or use the link below. We'll get together and have your team fall back in love with OKRs. That's it, team. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll speak to you in the next video. Peace.